The United States of America gives too much credit to itself. Big on national sovereignty and built on patriotism, the United States has tried and succeeded at making its inhabitants feel absolutely safe at home and feel as though their government and the structure of their country is the best in the world. Having that attitude toward your country is great and very patriotic, but when your patriotism is based on ignorance, there's a problem. Now, it's not to say that most countries don't try to look flawless in the eyes of their constituents, but I'm not worried about other countries. I'm worried about our country and how it subtly stresses ignorance onto its people. As long as media has been around, so has propaganda. With the Red Scare and the Cold War came propaganda about communist governments. With Christianity, Judaism, and 9/11 came propaganda against Muslims. With World War II came propaganda against the Japanese, fascists, Germans, etc. With propaganda in general comes ignorance. Now, the use of propaganda would all be fine if only people weren't swayed by it, and it didn't blow things out of proportion. Propaganda has put images into people's minds, and those images often stay there unless an individual is educated or taught otherwise, which in most cases people are not. Speaking of education, propaganda isn't the only thing that's leading people towards ignorance about other cultures, countries, religions, and government structures. Education, or the lack of, is also playing a big role in narrowing the American gamut of knowledge. Because of cartoons and what you hear your parents say, at an early age you're fresh in your belief that America rules every other country, and that every other country, except for Britain and France, have horrible human rights, are underdeveloped and barbaric. You stay with that idea throughout elementary school, and for some people throughout your life. When you get to middle school and start to focus on American history, when they talk about communist Russia, they don't explain what communism is. I spent about 4 years of my life seeking a good explanation for communism, and it wasn't until I discovered Wikipedia that I was able to find an adequate description. Sure, there are classes that schools offer where you can learn about world governments, but some people aren't able to take advantage of those courses, or just don't because the outlook on social studies nowadays is it's just a boring class that I have to take.